Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and today we're going to undertake more missions for the casino heist, don't you know? Yes, that's right. Okay, and we're here on in my arcade, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head on down now to the planning room in the basement, and that's exactly what we're doing right now, and yes, here are the planning boards. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so when you've undertaken the prep missions, you've scoped out the vault and the casino, you'll be given a number of options of how you can proceed, either silent and sneaky on the left as you can see there, the big con, or aggressive on the far right there. Okay, now obviously those sort of speak for themselves really. Silent and sneaky will require the mission to go about in a sort of silent and sneaky way. The big con will require you using disguises and such forth, and aggressive will require you going in loud and proud. Okie dokie, now I'm not entirely certain which way, which option to choose here, and I decided in the end to go for silent and sneaky, you know. It does sort of feel that loud and proud, or aggressive should I say, is the more suitable option, you know, for me and Mr. Raccoon, but I'm going to try the sneaky, you know. Okay, so when you do select your approach, ladies and gentlemen, what you'll then find is that you have a support crew, and each individual member will provide you with a mission. Now, I don't actually show it here, but I go ahead and select the driver, or rather the gunman, I should say, and that gives me a mission where I have to go and collect some unmarked weapons, and you can do the same for each of the three different support crews. So that's 3 different support crew, and therefore each has a corresponding mission to go along with them, and so that's 3 support crew and 3 individual missions. Okay, now these they are rather easy, though it does have to be said, you know, all things considered. Yes, and unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there are a number of different support crew that you can choose. Didn't get to show it on that video. You know, you can cycle through it. You aren't just stuck with those 3 individuals. You can pick your support crew, and each individual member comes with their own skill ranking and their own cut, you know. Some take as little as 3%, I believe some as much as 9%. Okay, now eventually, ladies and gentlemen, we do get on up to the Lost MC Motorcycle Club, all the way up here in Palito Vale, wherever the hell we are. Took an awfully long time to get here, you know. Really should have taken an aerial vehicle, you know. We drove in the creek, a very fast car, but still took some time, you know. Okay, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've arrived at the the Lost MC. We've shot everybody outside. Now we're going on inside as we have been instructed to, and we've been told to search the clubhouse for the weapons. Okay, now I should point out, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this is the mission for the particular gunman that I have chosen. There are a number of gunmen that you can choose, a number of drivers and a number of hackers. Now, presumably each individual comes with their own specific mission, you know, and so there really is a lot of variation there. I'm just going to go around and try and clear everybody out, and there we go, there's one there, and another gentleman there, and down you go, Sunshine. Is he dead? Yes, he certainly is now. Not too sure about this chap. Okay, is he gone? Yes, I think he has. Yeah, so like I say, really rather a lot of missions, although you only have to do 3 of them, it would seem, you know, and this is for the silent and sneaky. We'll be taking a look at the other ones, the other methodologies as we go, you know. Okay, now we're looking around the clubhouse here for the weapons. Can't seem to see any, so I'm going to hop back inside here. And what do you know, over in the corner there, yes, that does seem to be what I'm after now, doesn't it? Okay, so there we go, hopping on inside, ladies and gentlemen, and getting the collecting the weapons that we have been requested to retrieve, and that's simply it now. I can't go out that door, so I'm going to have to head back on out to the original entrance point, ladies and gentlemen, through the garage door, so to speak, and there we go. Okay, jolly good. Now we head on outside. Mr. Raccoon's got a little bit hasty there. He's gone off ahead of me, you know, as I've managed to acquire the weapons. Now he's realized, actually, no, there are actually 2 consignments of weapons that we need to acquire, and so he's gone back inside, and I decide, well, you know, I don't really fancy driving all the way back down in the Krieger from the top end of the map to Los Santos City, and so I'm going to steal a motorbike and go down to the beach and call it my Pyro, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that'll serve as a much quicker way for us to make our getaway. Okay, and unfortunately, as I'm doing so, I am approached by a number of NPCs, don't you know? Apparently they are going to try to attack you on your escape route, you know, so perhaps a good idea to take an aerial option. Okay, and here we go, shooting, and there we go, down you go, Sunshine, and all that sort of business. Okay, now hop back in the airplane. There's not a great deal of time before Mr. Raccoon finally arrives, and there he is. You know, I should point out his name's the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. If you type the Bromby into YouTube, you should be able to go and find that. And why didn't you go and do that? that he's got some rather interesting videos. Okay, well there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've driven up to Palito Bay from the center of the city. Basically, we've killed all the lost MC. We've gone inside, killed some more. We've acquired the weapons, and now we're flying back on out down to the the arcade. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. Okay, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, touching down the street. The pyro really is good for this sort of thing, you know. It can land pretty much anywhere, you know. Land on a sort of on a tuppence, you could say. Okay, here we go. So there we go. And Mr. Raccoon's got himself to a spot of bother, don't you know? How about that, Mr. Raccoon? The hard cheese, old boy. Right. Okay. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much the length and the breadth of the mission, you know. When you're undertaking at least one of the gunman missions for the casino heist, you know, as a prep mission, one would assume. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and as a sodding raccoon, right, okay, ran me down, didn't he? What was I saying? So I do hope you've enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, thank you for watching.